everywhere, including Gaza, where I work for Al Jazeera. My colleagues, every colleague I have in Gaza has been murdered. Every single colleague I have in Gaza has been murdered. So we got a lot of work to do, a lot of stuff to pay attention to.
That's pretty good.
All right, Young Thug dissed. I get scared every time he do that shit.
He do it so fast. So you gotta hit.
Everybody knowing Gaza is like,
Oh, my colleague.
God damn, he doing it again. That nigga Mark, boy. Mark, and this is my only problem with Mark working here. Like, now I got to throw to Frank at some niggas that I don't really even know.
Of the Israel-Hamas war. It's not a fucking war.
Right.
It's not a fucking war. It's genocide.
Right.
And we're watching it.
Right.
And this country's funding it.
Right, and those kinds of
Don't
words.
try to squash it. They hate
I'm
you.
not, but it's like...
Don't try to come in and do the right thing.
Damn, Button. You was just a man, Button. What the hell got into you? As a $25 Patreon member of the Joe Budden podcast, I can say I'm extremely disappointed in you. Somebody that I thought stood for humanity, stood for morals, claimed to be an empathetic person, you showed no empathy to the people of Palestine, of Gaza. Innocent women, innocent kids, and innocent lives. Let's get into it.
Yeah, but you know what else? Because not to move on from that humor, but I think we've exhausted this. I think the real question for me is why Joe doesn't want Palestine to be free.
Yeah, nah, let me sit up for these niggas.
Yeah, I want to know, Joe. I mean, it's
Mark, and this is my only problem with Mark working here. Like, now I got to throw to Frank at some niggas that I don't really even know.
Frank is crazy.
Now I got to send some bread at some niggas that I ain't never even had like an exchange with before. But no, let me stop joking around for a minute. Yes, I've been seeing you for a week. Kick my back in.
deservedly so.
And let me say that I agree with that sentiment. I don't know if you're being funny, but
No, I'm not.
I do think it's deservedly so. Like, I told that to my mom and my girl and anybody else that So, yeah, I think that when Mark was expressing his sentiments about the people that he lost, well, first of all, rest in peace. Some of y'all know where my heart lie. That's not my ministry. I'm not with any death anywhere. So, but how that came off, yeah, it looked really irresponsible. It looked really immature, and it didn't align with how I feel about things. So I totally understand me getting killed for that. I'm not mad at that, right? Players fuck up too. That's on me. If I fuck up, please feel free to kill me. However, my problem lie in it turning into the phone game where one thing turns into another thing, which turns into another thing. So the headlines I started to see was "Fuck Joe Budden, Free Palestine," as if the two contradict. So don't get to talking like you know my views on this. Don't mislead, misrepresent, or misspeak for me. I'm responsible for an ill-timed segue. That's
Then say it, Joe. Free Palestine. Don't call it out. And if y'all notice, y'all seen Ice coward ass walk out soon as the topic got approached. This is the generation of our older men. Only selfish. Only willing to die on the hill of they self. Selfish cowards.
the end of it. Y'all don't know how I feel about shit because I specifically don't really speak much about these things. Nor am I suppressing Mark. If he wants to come in here and talk about it, please feel free. But yeah, my only issue came in them turning my ill-timed segue into pretending to know how I feel about certain matters. That's just not responsible.
I'm glad that got brought up because I did anybody else get the smoke? Because I definitely did.
I don't think we saw the smoke.
Yeah,
That's all a little bit. We get it.
Okay, I just want.
I mean,
like, no,
I've had the conversation many times.
no, not the conversation. Like in terms of the response to the clip that went viral.
Yeah, people are.
Look this coward. Look at Ice. Oh, I won't say shit. They can kill how many babies they want to, shit. They can slaughter how many mothers they want to, shit. That ain't got shit to do with me. fucking pathetic. Older generation of our men, beard full of gray hairs and a coward for every gray hair in his fucking head, in his beard.
Reaching out to me, and I'm sure they reached out to all of us regarding it. Yeah, but again, my
Not on your timeline.
No, not at all.
Again, your algorithm's probably different.
It is.
Yeah,
Like that. We all got
It was
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did watching it.
That-
It's not good.
I feel like,
But it's your job to come up here and teach us.
but not
That's not my job.
It is your job.
Well-
Because you at fault as much as
It's not Mr. Rogers.
You at fault. You at no, but at the same time, if you're familiar with a situation and it's passionate and you know the outcome of it, because you're more versed into that world than a lot of us are, you should inform us.
I try to do that in like when I did that little
25 seconds.
the 25, 30 seconds of sort of here's why the world's on fire, which I think is an interesting thing we should do regularly. Just like here's some things going on in the world.
Facts.
But there's to me, and I said this on Friday when you weren't here, like, I think there are other spaces that are more conducive to that. It's the same thing we do here with sports. We talk about sports for a minute or two, you know what I mean? But we're not going to do a deep dive on the NFL preseason because that's what ESPN is for.
But somebody who
I'm not going to make excuses for my behavior. Y'all can have the conversation. For me,
Joe, you still acting a fucking donkey right now. You all lives matter in this situation.
I heard Mark say Gaza, and as the A mic here, I immediately tried to get to figure out what the next segue would be. It was ill-timed, horrible, and it came off horribly.
Very coward of you.
So half of the people that's kicking my back in, I totally understand. The rest of you niggas can suck my dick. I don't give a fuck about what you niggas talking about. The one
Imagine being a Joe Budden fan in Gaza, bro. You looked up to him. You say, man, one day I'm going to be the best podcaster in the world. I look up to people like Joe Budden, and you hear him have no empathy in his fucking heart about your life. It doesn't matter to him.
that's manipulating this into something else.
and then there was question as to why I said, well, how do we pivot away from that? Making it seem like I don't have any level of sympathy for what's happening, or just the fact that you said that all of your journalist friends were murdered. Like, that would be ridiculous that I wouldn't feel any level of empathy. People don't understand when we talk about pivot up here, we talk about how do we pivot from one subject to the next, especially, and the fact that
Melissa Ford, whoever doesn't understand the word pivot is a fucking dumbass, and you shouldn't entertain them. We understood what you said when you said pivot. You tried to go away from the topic just like Joe Budden did.
we don't really handle a lot of serious matters. We are trying to be an escape for people, you know, with this particular podcast. So
That's not an excuse for me.
I'm not trying to provide
Both things are true.
it out whatsoever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
We
asking.
should be better at that.
Yeah, you handle that poorly, but also there's context that I think is important.
Yeah, and I'm
we
not
make a
trying-
joke about pivoting from dark shit all the time.
Yes.
Like, that's a running joke here is,
Yes.
what do we do now? How do we...
Yes.
And that's kind of where I was with it. But there's more people that don't watch this show than there are that do watch this.
Yes.
Right.
Like my mom always said to me, what's easier, trying to get the world to understand you or you understand the world? I'm not, all what y'all saying is true. I'm owning my shit. If
I think that's great.
horrible, came out crazy,
Yeah.
I'll do better.
Joe, I'm your fan, and I understood it. We need more people like you to speak up, bro. This is fucking irresponsible as a human being to go on your platform and disregard the lives that are being lost in Gaza and in Palestine.
But I just wanted to offer the context as to why we say things like pivot away from, because that is just the platform that we're on. It has nothing to do with personal feelings. Like,
And hopefully everybody in their respective platforms out there does that, because there are people who are asking us to carry it here. And I agree. I mean, I'm willing to talk about it to the extent that everyone is. I'd rather talk about it on Night School or on Al Jazeera just because there's more runway for that. But you sports people out there, athletes, all the athletes are being killed in Palestine, in Gaza. The stadiums have been crushed. We're talking about gender issues, women issues, pregnant mothers are being killed, babies are being killed. Everybody's domain can cover this issue if they want to. So we all have a responsibility in the midst of a genocide to talk about it and deal with it. So I don't think it's anyone's exclusive job. But I do think some spaces are more conducive to it than others. And for me, I'd rather say, here's 30 seconds of what's going on, just like I did with what's going on in D.C. Or we can talk about what's going on right now with redistricting in Texas, right? I mean, where they're literally trying to undermine democracy by taking away people's votes and people's congressional representation. All of these things are issues that we should talk about here, but I think there are avenues that just do it better.
Yeah.
That's all.
Or that's more conducive to the conversation.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Like again, I'm in your audience and I'm conducive to the conversation. Majority of us are. That's why you got the big uproar, you fucking old ass man. The only one with a backbone that's an old man up there and got some substance behind his fucking thoughts is Mark Lamont Hill. The rest of you are fucking cowards, entertainers. Don't look up to these people, you guys. They don't give a fuck about your humanity. They live for their fucking selves.
that's just my take on it.
No, I agree with everything you said. Well said, well put. I'm you when it comes to fucking like the shooting at the hookah spot in Brooklyn. Like I'm you when it comes to oh shit, it's crazy shit going on over here. Maybe I need to go get a little more educated and maybe we'll have the conversation one day. But for now, I own the part that I played and how crazy that looked. I'll do better. And rest in peace to everybody. Everybody. Not just the people that Mark.
All lives matter. They killing the shit out of black people. All lives matter. Rest in peace to everybody. No, rest in peace to the Palestinians, bro. Fucking say it with your chest.
Plus with everybody. Yeah.
It's everybody. But
And we should get better with our trauma responses up here.
yes. I want to add one more quick thing. I agree. I want everyone to rest in peace. I want justice for everybody. But I also want to be very clear that there are oppressors and oppressed in the situation. Because sometimes, it's like when Obama came out after the shooting, be like, I understand the police side, and I understand young black men's side. Like, that frames them as if they're equal people battling over something, and there's an actual oppressor in this situation. And so, I'm only speaking for myself right now. I want everyone to survive, I want everyone to thrive, but I want to be very clear here: the Palestinians are the ones being genocided right now.
1,000%.
Yeah,
Like I was just reading this.
Because Madonna went off the record.
No, there's a headline right now, and this is part of the whole fucking propaganda campaign. Childhood in a war zone after 22 months of the Israel-Hamas war. It's not a fucking war. It's not a fucking war. It's genocide, and we're watching it. This country's fighting it.
Shout out to Melissa Ford for having a backbone. So the only ones with a backbone up there is Mark Lamont Hill and Melissa Ford. The rest of you suckers are just that, suckers.
Those kinds of words.
I'm not, but it's like
Don't try to come here and do the right thing. It's all good, girl.
it's your fault. Your fault.
How the fuck is this a laughing matter? How the fuck is this a laughing matter, Joe? Go get fucking educated, you grown ass man. You damn near 2 fucking decades older than me, and I understand the severity, and you fucking laughing about it. You claim to be a fucking empath all day, every day. Where's your empathy, Joe Budden? You ain't got no fucking empathy. That's just for show. That's just for entertainment. You have been exposed, bro. And I'm not in the cancel culture, so of course I still rock with you. But nigga, I'm passionate about this because it's fucking human being lives being lost. In conclusion, Joe Budden, that's the face I look at you with. Cringe, bro. Cringe. Do better. You grown ass man up there, do better. That's it for today, y'all. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.